Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Yanni Rude.
And I'm just Terrell. You ever been out somewhere and overheard two people having crazy conversations?
Yeah, well, we are those people. We've been having these conversations since college.
Yep, it's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast, King's Court, Episode 7 recap. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, and leave a review.
Oh man, this episode it it was interesting because some people already gave us the answer to this prior to, right, in the live chat before.
Yeah,
And so not that much of a surprise when it came along, but definitely a surprise for some of the folks on the show.
yeah. I mean, I thought maybe that was rumor,
Mhm.
So when I saw that in the live chat, I didn't think of that as Bible, and then all of a sudden it winds up being true, and I'm like, which brings up a really good conversation about what would I do if
Right.
I was in that same situation.
And we'll get to that because there's enough to cover there in that one. Okay, 7 episodes in, and it seems like okay. First of all, how long is this damn season?
Yeah,
Because
there's still too many ladies there. You need to narrow this down.
and this week we're gonna go 2 for 1.
Right.
Everyone that's eliminated, another one gets automatically kicked out the house.
Yeah.
It's all right. Let's get to it, man, because there are. Michael says that'll be another show,
Yeah.
and Karen says it's only 10 episodes, so we're about to get to the nitty gritty. So that means 3 more episodes then.
Well, fingers crossed. I don't want to get too excited, Karen. Not that I don't trust you, but I got trust issues. So
Ariel says it's 10 episodes.
Okay, good.
So you're not gonna believe Karen? Is that what it is?
Karen's not on the show. Ariel's on the show. He would really know how many episodes it is. She's
not in the back. She's not producing the episodes.
She would be the subject matter expert on how many episodes are. Nothing against Karen, but Ariel was on the show.
Okay. All right. Let's get to it, man. We'll pick it up where last time we had a last episode, the end of last episode, you had the elimination dinner. And
yeah,
Kalia was a little upset about it.
A little.
Just a little bit.
Hot as a firecracker.
And she decides, you know what? You want to see a couple sides? And that's how she ended last episode. You want to see some sides of me? Let me show you. And pulls Thaddeus aside for a conversation. Did this go the way you expected it to?
I thought she was going to come at it with a little bit more class because that's just what I've seen from Kalia. Just like a conversation. I hear that. But she expresses that she was pissed, humiliated, confused, and hurt. And then she starts to do all that going off and getting really pissy about it.
Was that really going off though?
Come to find out, well, because he's trying to talk and she just keeps interrupting him. And that's what pissed him off. So he doesn't want that. He doesn't want a woman that's going to keep interrupting him when he's trying to explain himself.
You know, this, ladies, I understand. I get it. I finally understand. I know as men, we say one thing, expect another. That's what the man said he wanted.
Well, he should never have said he wanted Ratchet. Like,
and what does Ratchet do? Does Ratchet not interrupt you?
Yeah.
Does Ratchet not cut you off?
Ratchet's a problem. And no.
That's what the man said he wanted. She was given this prim and proper, hey, doctor.
Exactly.
And he said, give me another side. And when he did, now he's got a problem.
How many Ratchet people you know with doctor in their first name?
A couple, actually.
I don't know any Ratchet doctors. Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine a Ratchet pediatrician just walking into the room. What's wrong with this little ninja right here?
Get your badass back up on this.
He's just being a little titty baby. Nothing wrong with him.
Okay, well, I know a couple. So you think he's right for being irritated in that moment. But how did you think he handled that situation?
He handled it with class. He didn't match her energy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just talking, which I think that's what you do in that situation. She came in hot. She's upset.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was overreacting about being upset. Yeah, it sucked that he wanted to test you and put you into the hot seat, but it's a show.
Yeah, but still, I mean, okay.
It's a show.
Well, next, we get to see Thaddeus or Chocolate Thanos with Brianna.
I just fell out laughing when she said that. Chocolate Thanos. I was like, Jesus, now I can't unsee it.
Was that any worse than him being called Thaddy Daddy later? Like, how did he get all the nicknames this episode?
If that's what he likes, that's what he likes.
Oh my God. So they're having this conversation and this laying down next to each other. And I think I saw something here in this interaction between the two of them.
What?
Thaddeus doesn't really like Brianna like that. Because when she says, you want to put your arm behind me? Because he starts to stretch, right? She's like, you try to put your arm behind me? But you want me to? Yeah. No. And then his arm is like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Even in the movie theater as a kid, did you ever put your arm around and leave it up like that?
It's fine. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I got more. You're touching me. I'm not touching you right now.
Even she had to laugh at it like, yo, seriously? Okay.
Yeah.
That told me everything I needed to know for this episode. By the way, before we move on from Thaddeus, Lucy B says, you haven't seen Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine.
Never watched that show.
Ratchet with doctor in front of the name. I haven't watched it either. My wife watches it. So every once in a while I walk by and I'm like, what the hell is this? Married to Medicine. Let me keep walking.
All I'm saying is I have not seen a person had doctor for the name that was Ratchet. Not saying it doesn't exist. I've just never seen it.
Your man Tyson at the center of. I didn't say it like your man.
Yeah. I don't know him like that. What are you talking about?
I wasn't trying to put you in the house dating him, man. Damn.
Jesus. I'm like, no.
Your homeboy, Tyson. Is that better?
Better.
Okay. Jeez. So he's there at the pool with Edelweiss and Sarah, right? Mm-hmm. And openly flirting with Edelweiss in front of Sarah. What's going on here?
This is the thing about Tyson that bothers me. I get that this is a show, and I get that, but you're playing with people's lives at some point. We're at episode 7 now. Mm-hmm. If you want to go on a date with Edelweiss, talk to her, plan to go on a date. But don't do this little game in front of Sarah, knowing it's going to make her jealous, because that's what he wants.
Right.
He wants to get a rise out of Sarah, and he wants to give Edelweiss false hope because he is not interested in her. We have seen the 2 women that Tyson is interested in, and he shows it.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
None of these other ones have a shot. So why talk to her and get Edelweiss excited about a potential date?
So is it his fault for doing that, or is it her for actually believing that, oh, he might actually be interested in me?
No, it's his fault. That's a crazy question. So you're saying the dude that's like a hoe in college that just messes with it, says whatever, hook up with girls. It's not his fault that he's broken all these hearts. It's her fault for listening to him. No. That's not Edelweiss.
Are you confessing to something here?
No, it's not Edelweiss' fault. Hey, everything I did in college, I owned. But it's not Edelweiss's fault. This is Tyson's fault because he's playing this game in both of their faces. And it's just not necessary.
It's obvious it's a game because even like as he's walking off, like, hey, call me. You're right. It's very obvious. This is a game to him. But that's been the case the entire time. So if you're there this long and you don't realize that, it is kind of her fault too. Mm. He's not free of blame, but at the same time, this man hasn't paid you attention this entire time. Why you think all of a sudden?
Because he gave her false hope.
Okay.
That's what he did. He gave her some false hope. She didn't think she probably had a shot, but then all of a sudden he's like, I want to take you on a date. Now she's interested. He gave her false hope. It's his fault.
Speaking of her false hope, let's just stick with Edelweiss and run through her at least up onto a certain point here. But because next we find out the Queen's friends and family, they're coming by, right?
Yeah.
And we notice that her friend Santiago doesn't really get a lot of time with any of the kings. They're not asking him any questions. Matter of fact, it was so quick. Oh, it looks, you're biting her sock. Okay. Hey, what kind of tequila is that?
Yeah.
Thaddeus had no interest.
Yeah, no interest in talking to him whatsoever, but he's also not interested in Idlewise.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Thaddeus talk to her?
Right. Okay, great point. But nobody else was doing it, right? And I think so you're saying
no one else is interested in Idlewise.
Is she right to at least be upset then?
I think she felt hurt. I don't think you have a right to be upset that nobody's interested in you. That's not their fault. That's just the situation. They have other options that they wanted to pursue. She's right to feel hurt, but I don't think that she should be mad that no one talked to her. No one's interested in you.
Or everybody recognized when he broke out the CD, the picture from the CD, and like, this was on my album cover. Everybody's like, you know what? He wants his 5 minutes. We're not going to give it to him.
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know.
We do get to see a lot of these other folks that are meeting up, right? Like Tyson, Missy, and Felicia. Apparently, Tyson knows Felicia a lot better than Missy does. Are they really friends?
Yeah. I definitely think they're really friends. But, with it's just him and what's her name? Misty at first. Mm-hmm. And Misty's asked Tyson if he's looking for a relationship, and he said yes, which I'm like, no, they're not really looking for a relationship. And then he said how he likes to hold and touch Felicia, and Misty was like, she's not all that affectionate. He's like, yeah, she is. In fact, she's gonna come over here and sit on my lap, watch. Which I thought that part was funny.
That's a bold ass statement to make.
But then when she walked up, what did she do?
And she's like,
sit, Daddy,
just like you said. Is that cocky, or is that just like him going like Jay Blake says, he knows a different side of her?
Possibly so. I mean, well, we know Tyson's cocky, so yes, that's him being cocky. But I think that he's built a bit of a rapport with her that he knows something. But what was interesting about Felicia in this is that she hasn't been with someone that was so open with affection, because she's dated rappers and athletes and they didn't like PDA. I'm like, well, they didn't like PDA because you're number 2. I'm just saying, you're number 2. If you're out with a dude, he's like, no, I don't do all that PDA stuff. You're number 2.
Again, is this another confession, sir?
No, I'm just saying.
Have you used? Okay, let me rephrase that question. Your Honor, I retract the question. Let me ask it again. Have you ever used that line before, sir?
No, because I love PDA and affection. I don't care. And back then, when I was doing, in college, there was no social media. No one's going to get a picture of me with their camera. And did you realize Terrell was out doing this at this frat party? I'm like, no one would know.
As soon as this Polaroid.
You in trouble in about 9 minutes and 30 seconds. You in trouble.
Oh my God. That's interesting, but it is kind of wild that, and you then kind of understand why Missy doesn't know Felicia that way.
Yeah.
As being the affectionate person. But then again, the right person will bring the other side out of you regardless. And even if she was the one that just wasn't affectionate before, the right person will bring that out of you. You have the right chemistry with that person, they'll bring it out of you immediately.
I mean, it's quite possible. Now, that could be good and bad, because sometimes the right person brings out a different chemistry out of you that's not healthy. It's sustainable. Someone makes you be the worst version of yourself. And that's just the thing that y'all have. And it's such a passion, such a fire, but it's not good for y'all to be together.
Yeah, I said that before. You had Carlos, Janae, and AJ, right? And here's I'm noticing a theme here from the friends and the family, especially from the friends, that it seems like a lot of these women have been in bad relationships, and it's is it them or is it the fact that guys just ain't shit? Because I mean, the way that she says Janae has never been with someone who's been open and honest with her ever. I'm like, how? Who are these people she's been dating?
This is the problem with clout chasing. You want to date somebody that's this high value person. I don't want to go Kevin Samuels on high value man, but celebrities, athletes, whatever.
Here we go.
There's a lot that comes with all that. But if she would have met, Deshaun, who went to trade school and is a master plumber,
be careful. I'm in Houston. When you say Deshaun, we think Watson, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, no one thinks about Deshaun Watson in Houston, except massage therapist. But if she would have dated Deshaun, the master, electrician or master plumber, he is not going to do you dirty like this because you are like the best he's ever had in his life. And so my whole point is, I can't say that it's just dudes ain't shit. There's just something about the caliber dudes that you constantly go after that are going to do these things. But would you go for a guy who was just a, average Joe that's not a celebrity? Would you be interested in that person? Most likely, no. We've seen that. They did a reality show called Average Joe. And once everybody found out he wasn't rich, they didn't like him.
Sheila says Janae's giving closet crazy, which is interesting because AJ kind of references that. And she's like, no, he hasn't seen that I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've seen that. When Jennifer showed up in the house, we saw Janae's attitude change, right? So we do see that part of it. And Tehu says it's her. She keeps picking the same type. Yeah. Most people keep picking the same type.
No.
Okay.
No. Let's dial that back. Most people.
I didn't say all. I said most.
I know. I'm just saying. I can't say most people pick the same type.
I'm just saying.
But look at Love is Blind, UK. This dude went out with one flight attendant and he didn't like it. And so now he meets somebody that's a flight attendant. He's like, yeah, I got a problem with that. Because he learned from that one time.
Probably because the Mile High Club was probably terrible in that that airline.
But how many times do you have to constantly date people who cheat on you for you not to take the moment to say, you know what, I need to reassess the caliber dudes I'm going out with? But again, I don't think she's going out with or giving the time of day to an average guy who would treat her really well.
I do like how AJ asks Carlos, well, so are you done entertaining anything else?
I know what she was getting at.
Yeah, we know exactly what she was. But the way she asked it was almost masterful.
Yeah, it was really great. And of course, Carlos said that he's done with all that.
Of course. What else is he gonna say?
That would, what's he else gonna say? No, I'm totally done with all that.
Matter of fact, what you doing later?
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good till you get to All-Star Weekend, and all of a sudden, all this attention's coming your way. Then it's like, ooh, Janae, FaceTime me real quick. I'm feeling weak. FaceTime me real quick. I'm feeling weak.
Like, FaceTime you, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go to All-Star Weekend without me.
Jennifer might be there, damn it. But after hearing all of that, Carlos is like, okay, if I leave the door open for Jennifer, I may lose Janae altogether. And we're kind of seeing that already. Is this a good thing for him to think? Is this, or is it no? Because this is supposed to be a perfect match. You should try to explore this still.
Well, I think his concern is he wants to explore both of them, but Jennifer doesn't seem to get as upset as Janae does when Carlos is spending time with Janae. She understands the game. Mm-hmm. Janae is a lot more invested, and I think her feelings are real, to be honest. So he's worried that if he keeps having to try to juggle both, at some point Janae is going to be like, she's going to self-select out.
That's true. Good point. Speaking of Jennifer, why is it her and Mercedes think like Carlos is Hugh Hefner, an old ass man?
I don't know, because I don't remember how old. Let me see if I have my notes of how old Jennifer is. Nope, I don't have a note of that. But I don't know why they thought he was so old. He's like, I'm only 5 years older than you. But I thought it was a valid question to ask. Like, are you ready to start over and have a kid? Which I guess it's because you got money. It makes sense that you can do that. Because I would think if you already had kids and they're already grown, why would you start over with another baby?
Right.
Ariel says she's 37.
Jennifer's 37?
Yeah.
Really?
No, that can't be right because Carlos ain't 42.
No, he's 43.
Is he?
Yeah, he's no spring chicken. He was in the NBA a long time ago.
Yeah, he was. Because he was, I just thought maybe he was like my age.
No, he's 43. So I actually see. I didn't even realize that she was that old at 37. I thought she was maybe like in the late 20s, maybe 31, 32. So I was like, wait a minute, maybe he was joking. That's why I actually had to just Google it just to make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way they made it feel like he was that damn much older. And yeah, it's not that big of a difference. Now, we did get to see Thaddeus along with Brianna and her brother, her younger brother, Fred.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When Thaddeus asked, well, what question do you have for me, bro? My first question would have been like, do you always talk with your mouth full? And I'll wait till you finish before I ask, so you don't spit none of that on me as you talk. But
he was doing that, just sucking on the rib. Just anyway, what you got?
I got time. I'm gonna wait till you finish eating, brother. How about that?
You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. Make it good. What you got? I thought their conversation was fine. I mean, I think Fred's concern was like, is this real?
Right.
Which I would think the same if I had a big sister he's younger, right?
Yeah, he's the younger one.
So if I had a big sister involved in this, I'd be like, okay, is this real? And then their dad passed away about a year ago. So I think he's stepping up into that role to kind of assess who Tyson is. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything that he would have said, or I don't think he would have asked Tyson something very challenging. And I think Titus would be able to handle it.
Yeah.
But I like how Titus reversed it and said, hey, what's her Achilles heel?
Right. Mm-hmm. What do you think of his answer, though?
Yeah, trusting someone. I think it was a good response that gives Titus something to dig deeper into, because that would be weird for me if I meet somebody and their issue is trust in all their relationships. I feel like that would be hard for me to deal with.
Okay, isn't that for most people? Now I didn't say all. Most people, trust is the big issue when it comes to relationships.
Well, I don't know. I can't say trust is a big issue for people's relationships, and I think trust has to be earned. Mm-hmm. But if everyone I met and I struggle with trusting people, and it's like, okay, well, why? Then you start to hear all the different reasons. Mm-hmm. Then it would just be kind of weird to me, because then I'm going to think I'm going to have to overly try to prove to you that I'm being honest.
Or the bar is set so low that all you got to do is walk up to it and it looks like you did a high jump. Because if the bar is that low, if everybody is a damn liar, all you have to do is prove you said the truth once or twice, and you're the next coming of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fair. I mean, that's fair. The bar is set really low then if everyone they've had has been untrustworthy.
So because it sounds to me like you're saying that her saying that puts a yellow, orange, or red flag.
I think it puts a yellow flag for Titus until he has another conversation with her to get a little bit deeper. But I think it puts a little bit of a yellow flag.
So let's just jump to that conversation, because they have that conversation a little bit later, and Bree shares her reasons for being guarded like that.
Yeah. So that she used to be really open, it backfired on her. And then unfortunately she was in a long-term relationship, I believe engaged, and the dude, I'm getting someone else pregnant. But that just has to be crushing, because she didn't find out until 9 months when the baby was born. So that means he'd been lying for 9 months. Like I would feel so betrayed. And I'm a Scorpio. I wouldn't handle that well at all.
He's like, look, I just had to make sure the baby was actually coming first before we break up.
Yeah, she could have had a miscarriage. I was just trying to hedge my bets. No, I'd have been, yeah, that'd be hard for me to get over. So I get why she has that, but she did say that she doesn't have a fear of relationships.
Mhm.
It's just going to take her some time to trust people, which I think that's fair. I mean, you just don't automatically start trusting somebody after first date,
Right.
and then took the conversation to a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's like, "What are the 3 things you need?" Yeah, and here's the funny thing, because she goes, "Communication and making time," and I was like, "That's 2."
Yeah.
And then she goes, "And the 3rd one," I was like, "Okay, whew."
Yeah.
Like, dear God. We just did a show yesterday where somebody thought a love triangle included 4 people, but
Yeah.
you said communication, making time, and physical intimacy, to which Thaddeus said, "Tell me more."
Tell me more about this physical intimacy.
Yeah, when he does this, you know what?
Yeah,
you know what's the time for.
Yeah. Tell me more. Now I'm intrigued. Let me put my rib down. Tell me more. Well, and she's like, holding, he's like, well, what's physical intimacy? Like holding the hands. And she said, no, she loves to make out. And I like how Titus said, make out. That's like middle school.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but I like to make out. So I thought she was fine in what she said. And then that's when Titus tells her pretty much that he let her know he's a freak.
Mm-hmm.
And that if she better be ready, if she's going to get involved with this, because we're going to do everything. She's like, we remember everything, anything we want to do, whatever comes to our mind, we're doing it. I was like, damn.
It's a wild sex. Hey, but I like her reaction in that whole thing. Like, look, you're trying to get me to just unleash the freak on Bravos? Come on.
Right. Smart move on her part. So I'm not going to say this stuff on TV in front of
right.
my family and friends that are watching this back home. So,
interesting conversation that Thaddeus did have with Ariel and her friend as well too, right?
Her sister, her twin sister.
There we go. Because I've totally missed on writing the name down. The
Tiara.
See, this is why you take all the good notes. Yep. This is why you take 6 pages. Yeah. I take 6 lines.
Yeah.
It's balance. What'd you think of him trying to explain the whole turn up at the pool? Was it an over exaggeration? Because
I think it was an over exaggeration. I think from what I remember, the pool incident wasn't that big a deal. It was her kind of being pissy with him after that's what bothered him.
Right.
And I think that's what got her to the elimination deal that one time. But I think it wasn't that big a deal, and then plus Titus said, you should be in love with me in 2 days, max. I thought that was funny. But what was really hilarious is just how Tiara knows her sister. Like, has she popped off yet? Yeah. So that tells us Ariel, she can pop off. But I do think
if anybody would know, your twin would.
Yeah, your twin would. But yeah. I think that story he was telling, just to me, none of that seemed like that big of a deal that you'd want to, tell her sister that.
Because even in that incident that he described, the way he described it, the way he retold it, sounded like there was a lot more going on than we saw.
Yeah.
Now, maybe they took a few of those head rolls and neck rolls out in the editing. Maybe those fell on the cutting room floor, but we didn't see, even when he was pulling her away in the floaty, we didn't see that.
Yeah, he just pushed her away and just kind of walked off with her.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he pushed her away and stayed with the ladies, just pushed her out the way. That would be messed up.
Hey, but you stay over there.
Yeah,
we got some more stuff to discuss.
He didn't do that. He just went off with her, and I'm like, yeah, I think he did make that story seem like it was bigger than what it really was.
Right. And I do like that she didn't let it slide when he's like, you're supposed to fall in love with me in a few days. It's just like, hold up. We need to talk more about this because this humble pie you're serving is not real. But you gotta like the confidence,
Right.
You're supposed to be in love with me in 2 days. We did get Thaddeus got a lot of screen time in this one because we saw him with Kalia and what was
her best friend Crystal.
There we go. See, now Crystal, of course, had a lot of good things to say about Kalia.
Yeah, she did. And I thought it was interesting that Kalia tells Crystal before Titus comes over that she believes he is her person. even after all of the, what time is it? 30 minutes in? After all the fuckery from the night before. I had to make sure I'm not gonna get in trouble for cussing, so too early. But
thank you.
But I'm working on it. But Crystal said to Titus that Kalia is a very loving person that sometimes doesn't focus on her own needs. And then Titus shares how Kalia felt about the elimination of it. Now this I didn't like at all.
Why?
Because he explained how she kept cutting him off, how that bothered him, and it still bothers me and all that. Which I'm like, okay, you should have said that to Kalia.
She was right there
directly. No, directly. He said it to Crystal, so she could hear it. It was passive aggressive.
He was saying it to Kalia, just using Crystal as the vessel to transfer that.
That's passive aggressive behavior. He should have told Kalia that when they had that conversation. You don't have to do that right there with Crystal, because you're telling her like she did this, and I don't really like that.
This was another test.
To
see what Crystal. If Crystal went, well, then you'd be like, all right, this is trouble right here. You see, as another test. You know, Thaddeus has all these tests.
Yeah, I just don't think. I just thought that was unnecessary to do that.
Okay, she apologized. Does that count for something?
Well, she did, but this is her first time hearing that he was that upset about it. But again, to me, I'd prefer, don't do that to me. If you're upset with me, talk to me. Don't talk to your homegirl while I'm sitting there at the kitchen table. And let me tell you about this mother. Like, no, if you got something wrong with me, you tell me. Don't tell someone else.
It's the same man who said he wanted a little ratchet, so he had to serve up some too. See how she handled it. As calm as he's been this whole time, he had to show a little bit of.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, he got to show a little bit of his petty too. I mean, now, granted, I'm the only one on this side saying that because Tehu agrees with you, and so does Ariel. Everybody's agree with you on this one, but I
have my moments.
Tasha in the Desert says, as episodes go on, the more I'm not feeling Thaddeus. I don't like the quote unquote testing he's been doing. All he's doing is hurting the ladies' feelings. Do you agree?
Yes and no, because yes, I the testing, I don't like all that part either. But to me, it's like Thaddeus has seemed very respectful when he's either letting you know he's not interested. Majority of the people he said that he was voting off, like they should have picked up the hint that he was telling you, hey, this is probably not going to work. But he seems to be nice about it, so I don't see him being like as this callous asshole.
He's been the most straightforward. If you had to rank them in terms of being straightforward, it'd be Thaddeus, Carlos, and
then the producers, the producers, Bugs Bunny, Holly Robinson Pete, Rodney Pete,
the rest of the Detroit Lions. Absolutely. Speaking of pulling up the rear, so Tyson is having a conversation with Sarah, okay, her and Casey. And it's interesting how this happens because you know how looks can tell you everything. You know, those nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it in this conversation because when Tyson's like, I just want to know, well, tell me about her exes. What was her type? Right?
Yeah.
And Casey kind of just realizes, hold up, she hasn't told him a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah, so she knows. I mean, girl code. She knows how to have the conversation without spilling too much.
No, she spilled everything with her eyes. The look on her face told everything.
I think the look on her face when he said, "Had she been dated a celebrity before?"
Yes,
that is the look on her face. That he was like, "Oh, I found a spot.
Yes.
I found something. I need to dig a little bit deeper into all that stuff." Yeah, and that whole, I mean, this whole thing, because she wouldn't tell him. Sarah's not gonna, she said, "I'm not gonna say who the celebrity is." But again, why would you go on TV and you say you dated a celebrity? Like, why would you? Because the first thing everybody's going to know is who. I mean, if it was, somebody that I don't know, Tracy Morgan or something like.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, because when she says I'm not going to say it, he picks up on what she's saying and go, well, we'll talk later. Right? Yeah. This is where, and to me, I have to go, okay, he understands the cameras are there. You don't want to say it in front of the cameras. You don't want to put somebody else's name out there. All right, cool. I'm good with that. We'll talk later. But then Casey says, oh, she's not going to tell you. That, I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to tell you. That is a major red flag.
Well, yeah, it is a major red flag. But like once you find out, you're like, I get why you probably didn't want to tell anybody about that.
and we'll get to that in a little bit, even though Sheila says this show killed my long-term romance with Tyson. Hopefully he's seen this, so now he knows the romance is over. I get what you're saying, though, Sheila. I feel you. If you know, that's the same way I felt about Alicia Keys when she went with Swiss Beats. But yeah, so I got it. Before we get back to Sarah and Tyson, Edelweiss was having a moment after the whole friends and family get together, and Catherine goes to have a conversation with her. Is she right for this breakdown? Is she right to feel slighted?
No, it's a show, and nobody was interested. It's okay. It's not a knock on you. It doesn't mean that you're bad or you're less than. You got to be able to have some thicker skin if you're going to go on reality TV. But for her to feel like, well, what am I doing here? Well, I'm sure the three guys have been asking that too. Here's the part. I get what this is the one area I say she does have a right to be upset. Tyson told her he wanted to go on a date with her.
Right.
And then just kind of ghosted her. Like he set all that stuff up to make it seem like he's interested. And then to not even talk to her or meet Santiago was messed up. Yeah.
And that, because the one person that showed the interest, and then all of a sudden, nothing. By the way, Sheila doesn't believe it. She goes, she was fake crying. Otherwise, go home. Don't worry.
Here's the other part that bothered me. So Catherine goes to get Tyson, like, I need to talk to you right now. And so he comes up, what's wrong? No, I don't want you to leave. Oh, the guys would be so hurt if you left. No, they wouldn't.
Yes,
why
they would.
Why are you giving all that false hurt? Giving a lot of false hope. Makes no sense.
That's not false hope. They would be hurt because they wanted to kick her ass out the house, not have her leave.
No, let us embarrass you on TV and reject you in front of everybody for the ratings, but don't leave right now on your own accord. No, let us kick you out.
Alexa says Edelweiss is scared she may not find the one all those years running. No? Okay. Tehu agrees with you. She should have left instead of being asked to leave.
Yeah.
Sheila says the BFF photo was a turnoff with him trying to eat her socks. I don't think he was interested in her, so it's okay.
Yeah. I don't think he likes her at all. Like that.
At all.
Like that.
Lucy B says Edelweiss has been ready to go home the first episode. And Tasha and Desert says Catherine made it sound like it was such a serious issue. She did. You know?
Yeah.
She probably got a roll off of that part right there. Yeah, see, Kevin understands.
Yeah.
Exactly what we're saying.
Nope.
And Sheila's backing me up. They already had 3 people leave like a thief in the night. Remember Brickell and she's just like, I'm out.
In the very beginning.
Yep. And they're like,
Cat.
No.
Yep.
So that's exactly why.
Because they didn't get a chance to kick them out too. That's what they want.
Producers like, whatever you do, keep them here until elimination. Well, before they get to elimination, Tyson and Sarah are speaking in a dark room. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but the clips they showed us in the preview as they're going to commercial break is very different than what they showed us in the actual conversation.
Yeah.
because she just kind of gets straight to it in there. Because first of all, Tyson's accusing Sarah of not being honest.
Yeah.
Is he right? Is she not being honest?
I don't think that she's not being honest. I just think that she's not telling all of the truth, but it's not being dishonest.
Right. So it's not dishonesty, but isn't the fact that she wouldn't reveal who it is, and you already kind of teased, oh yeah, well, I dated a very popular singer before. If you do that, then you should reveal the rest of the information, right?
Right. Because she could have did like Felicia. I've dated rappers and athletes. Just say, hey, I've dated some celebrities. I dated some successful entertainers. This is totally fine.
Right. So not being transparent is considered dishonesty, right?
But I mean, you think of who it was. Like, I get why she probably doesn't try to tell the world that, especially what's transpired over the last 3 or 4 years.
3 to 4 decades. Yeah. Because she does come forth and tell him, just says, yeah, well, the person I dated was R. Kelly, right? Yes, Sheila, of all people. Alexis says, I would never claim R. Kelly. She didn't really claim it. And Ariel says she said it. She already said it on the Shahs. So I didn't watch that one, so I didn't know. But in this one, so she reveals it here. And this is why everybody knew early on. And we found out in the chat because people were like, oh, it's R. Kelly. She used to date R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Now, Tyson can't tell whether she's telling the truth or not because she's laughing. Fair or no?
Well, I think she's trying to nervous laugh and kind of laugh it off. And when you hear Sarah talk more about it, it was 10 years ago. She didn't say, at least we didn't hear, were they together for 2 months? Were they dating for 2 years? Like, we don't know. But it was 10 years ago when all that happened. She was in her, mid-20s, early 20s around that time. So in her mind, she's like, I don't want to have to keep talking about it.
Right.
And I feel like Tyson is, part of me feels like he's judging her. And, it was a long time ago. But I get it, because I don't think that he's judging her as if she had something to do with what happened to the other girls or she was in the know. I think he's thinking about other stuff.
Like what Tasha is saying?
Yeah, like did she get peed on and all the different stuff that we know he's into? Did you do any of that? Because that'd be weird. I mean, imagine being in the 70s and you meet a girl and she's like, yeah, well, I used to date Charles Manson, but it didn't work out. You're not going to want to date that person just because of who they were with. And so I think Tyson's trying to distance himself from that, which I get it for his public persona. You don't want to have your name tied to that, but it's 10 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're saying that so you think he overreacted that because you're saying it was 10 years ago. He shouldn't have reacted because he got about this shit is messy. And, and I'm not talking about the football player either. And just kind of left her in there and walked off. Right. And literally the last thing he says to her is this shit is messy and is gone. Yeah.
And that's the last time he talks to her.
On camera.
On camera.
Alexa says he probably met her in high school. She's covering for him.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But again, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Sheila says Tyson said he didn't want to be tied to that in any way. I don't blame him. Guilty by association.
I don't always agree with that. If she lived with him, yes.
Right.
Guilty by association. But no.
Now, Kay says Tyson is ridiculous. I've also seen Tehu saying he treated her so poorly. And at the same time, Tehu also says he was judging her. He said, how could she not have known what was going on?
Right.
Is that fair? I mean, does everybody know what's going on in the lives of their significant other? Or do you find out some other time?
I think you find out some other time. I mean, did Diddy's kids know what was happening to Cassie? All those times? They might have found out at court and like, wow, Dad be wilding.
Yeah, they should distance themselves from him too, not the inheritance, but everything else, because that's a whole nother story. Don't you can't even bring up Diddy's name for me, man. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean it's just a mess, but like that's like saying that they're guilty by association.
Ariana says yes, they knew. Everybody knew. The bad thing is, everybody's saying it's a deal breaker, and I guess here's the question then: if it's such a deal breaker, do you then justify Tyson's behavior at the elimination dinner? Because he didn't even talk to her.
Right.
He literally ignored her. Everybody else is talking to somebody else at the elimination dinner. Idleweiss is there. He didn't even go talk to Idleweiss. He's just sitting over in the corner sulking the entire time. Walk right by her. It's so much there that he just gets right by the table. Still not a single word. Even at the elimination dinner table.
Right.
Carlos had to do the talking. Tyson wouldn't even talk to her. Is he justified in that?
No, he's not. I thought that was really immature. Just be an adult and be like, hey, look, I can't get past that. I get it. That's something that you did. I totally get 10 years ago, but that's going to eat at me. I can't get past that. So you're not my queen. Could have just easily said that. But to just not talk to her at all. No.
It was so bad that Carlos had to eliminate her, tell her you're not my queen, you're not our queen. She's like, yeah, I know. You and I had nothing to talk about before. But and then even Holly Robinson Pete's like, hey, Tyson?
Yeah.
Anything? Ninja?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like, and to the point that even Sarah's like, well, thank you, Carlos.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you for handling like being a king. And handling it the right way, because Tyson should have been able to do that.
Alexis says Thaddeus should have given her the boot. He is a little more good with words.
Yeah.
And I just had to read it exactly like that. Because that was just too good. That was pure gold. a little more good with words. And I hope you did that on purpose, because that's funny.
Oh goodness.
Like Lucy B said. I'm sorry. Damn, I can't help myself. I'm like Tyson in this moment. Oh, shit. Okay. All three women are eliminated. Surprised?
I was. I mean, Idleweiss, we knew wasn't gonna get eliminated because there's no connection she had. Sarah, obviously, the whole Tyson deal. But I was surprised about Brianna getting eliminated.
I thought she
especially after all that sex talk and all the different things, and she's like, so you let me tie you up and all that stuff. I was surprised that he eliminated her.
Well,
but he has to get narrowed it down. So I do like the fact that he did that, because there's too many people sitting around that shouldn't be there.
Remember, as the conversation went sex the first time, he said, I have to hold. I'm trying to hold off on that. I have to hold off. Right? Was the temptation too much? Like, I got to get you out of this house because I've got other people I need to focus on, and you're going to distract me.
I just think he had other connections that he feels closer to, and she just wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to narrow it down at this point, because he's down to 2 connections? Is it Kalia and Ariel?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Idleweiss
that's narrowed down.
Around.
Yeah, no, Idleweiss didn't have a shot. Idleweiss wouldn't.
Yeah, I actually thought that Brianna was going to make it through too, but no, I was actually surprised, and I know she had to think that, okay, Sarah's gone, Idleweiss is gone, I'm good. Oh shit, I'm not.
Yeah.
Now Ariana says, I don't like how they did Idleweiss. Not one of them made an attempt to get to know her family that came. I was a friend, and if they didn't care, they didn't make an effort to know her the whole time she was there. So I know what you're saying. But yeah, Tasha says Thaddeus will be in your face smiling and put you up for elimination in a heartbeat.
as a test.
Yes.
See how you handle the pressure.
Which is why I didn't think Brianna was going to be eliminated. He's like, oh, we're having sex conversations. Let's see how you handle coming to elimination.
Right.
Oh, you handle it well. Get out. You should have felt hurt, humiliated, confused.
Yeah.
Then I would have kept you.
Oh, shoot.
Nuts, man. Look, before we get out here, a couple of things I saw pop up in here. That was starred. So Kevin had said this earlier. Sarah should have mentioned it, but Tyson was tripping, right? So true. Sheila does say that Tyson redeemed himself this episode, sort of.
How?
I was about to ask if you agree, but obviously you don't.
Yeah. I'm just like, what did he do to redeem himself in this one?
So is it because he decided to disassociate himself from Sarah and R. Kelly in that sense? Is that why?
Yeah, well, the fact that he couldn't be a stand-up guy and just be honest with her and talk with her. You've built all this connection with her all this time. Mm-hmm. You find out the R. Kelly thing, and then all of a sudden, excommunicado.
Because here's the problem. If getting rid of her in that sense, and you're like, I can't be associated, great. Use your words.
Right.
Mr. Adult Man. Use your words.
Sarah's how old? In her 30s, and Tyson's what? Tyson's what? 50?
105.
50, something like that. But I'm just saying, you're too old to not be able to talk to women like this and just shoot them straight.
Yeah, that's all he had to do. Just have that. I know he said before that he wasn't good with confrontation. Ariel says he's 53. So by then you should learn how to use words. Right? I assume. Ariana says 52 and fine. Yeah. You see, and that's the problem. Because at the same time, still go with the fine part, and that man still hasn't used his words. Right. Here's the thing. Even at one point, we thought he was getting better, but he actually communicated. And then he does this. And this is where I think it becomes a big problem. The fact that he just wouldn't even have that conversation. Which Kevin says Tyson has a lot of nerve. Isn't he known to have, attended Diddy parties in the past? A lot of people did. Didn't mean they did all the things, though. Not everybody was invited to the after party.
Right.
And then Tasha in the Desert says, in 2014, there was still so much attached to R. Kelly. He was acquitted of some things in the early 2000s, but why even entertain a guy like that? Now, that's a good question. Because it's not like... What? Go ahead.
It's a good question. No, it's a good question, but that's also assuming that everyone pays attention to that, because there's so many people that don't keep up with news or whatever. So
that was everywhere.
Hold on. You take in the music world.
Okay.
I don't keep up with all that. You'll tell me stuff. I'm like, who's that? And you're like, what? You don't know who this person is? I say, no, never heard of him. So yeah. So if there's stuff that's going on with them in court, like I might not pay attention to it. I'm not even gonna know.
But that was such
but you're early 20s, you're young, you're just partying, you got the lifestyle. They just wasn't paying attention to that. Or you want to say, well, that's not the guy I met. He's different. Mm-hmm. So maybe this is just people who are lying, on him.
Yeah. But he seems so nice. And anything's possible. Okay. How you feeling? Now that we've gotten through this episode, we get some more drama. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We know there are only 3 more episodes left, 8, 9, and 10. How we feeling now? Better?
I feel good knowing that we're only 3 episodes left, that there's ends at 10. And do you predict there'll be a reunion or no? I don't think there would be, because I don't think the Kings will want to come.
It's Bravo though. It's Bravo. Bravo's Ariel, you tell us, is there a reunion? Because Bravo is known for doing reunions.
I'm just curious if they're gonna do reunions. I can't imagine Tyson sitting there just having to listen to about how he did people and let them get their opinions out. He's not going to listen to that. Ariel confirmed. Nope. No reunion.
Yeah, but they also didn't do it for what was the other one that was also on Bravo Was it Summer House?
Yeah, no, there was no reunion for that one either.
Yeah, Bravo just doing the black shows dirty, man. Damn.
Get him in, get him out.
All right, man. Hey, do us a favor, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Do us a favor, whether you're watching it right now as part of the live crew or later as part of the replay gang, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I am Yanni Rude.
And I'm Just Terrell.
Make sure you follow us at Yanni Rude, at Just Terrell, and at the RGRT Pod.
Yeah, send us some of your random thoughts on some of the bullshit on the internet. We may talk about it on the show.
It's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.